Alright guys, so this is the CLA45S shooting brake. I will show you everything, but I need to repark this car. Change the dynamic select here or here on the steering wheel. You can put these in different driving modes. So I wanted to show you how you can start this. And apparently it doesn't have a motion start, I was told. Motion start is when you hold the pedal when you start the car. So it went to 1900 RPMs and it's quite loud. It's EQC, we don't want to do that. So so far really nice drive. And yeah, it's quite like meaty, this sound you can hear. Also you hear the AC and the heating, but yeah, really nice like meatier sound, I would say. Okay, so I want to film also the exhaust, so let's do that now. So this is the key fob, a black key fob. I hope you can see it. I will show you in a second as well. So really nice. Hello guys, Ivan here, and this is the CLA45S, the most powerful CLA ever made, and it has the most powerful two-cylinder engine in the world. In specific, this is a shooting brake, so I don't think this is available in the US, but yeah, other than the boot space, it's the same than the CLA Coupe. So from the functional standpoint, maybe it's slightly different, but like in terms of the driving, because of the bigger mass in the rear, but not like you would need to go like crazy to notice the difference, and back to back in each car. So I would say they are a lot similar. So if you're considering the CLA Coupe, which is only possible to buy in the US, then you can check this review as well, and a lot of things will be similar. So yeah guys, I just wanted to mention that. So here we are looking at the polar white. I also filmed the A45S with the digital white, which is like off-white, I would say. It's like a little bit green, not green, a little bit gray and a little bit white. And this is, let me check again. Yeah, this is polar white, no metallic flakes in the paint, solid color, polar white. And we have also here the night package, which gives you a black accents. I think you can get also aerodynamic package for this vehicle. And this one, it seems it doesn't have. It gives you additional like bits, plastic in the black color in the front. But even like this, it looks really nice, I would say. And we have different front bumper to the 35 version, and obviously from technical standpoint it's massively different. From visual it's also different. So the shooting brake is like a coupe and estate together. That's why it's not called the estate, but it's called the shooting brake. I will turn the car around in a second. I will show you the rear, just a sneak peek. So yeah, it's more sloping. So it's like a hybrid of the coupe and estate, which I think it's good if you want additional like a luggage space. And yeah, it's more family friendly, I would say, in terms of the boot space. And it doesn't look like a classic estate, right? It looks more aerodynamic, because of the sloping roof and more I don't know, more better actually, better than E-State, because not many people like E-State cars and they are trying to make them to look as good as possible. So yeah, these LED lights are not flickering. There's a different frame rate on the camera. So you have here the two LED stripes, one on the up and one on in the corner, and we have also the multi-beam LED headlights, which I will film on my car how they look in the night. They look amazing and they cut out ongoing traffic. Here also one of these beams, it has like a three beam segments, light segments. They flash here, I think, and then you can see better in the corner, because I noticed that when I go slowly into the corners. So this stripe is like a 3D, you can see that. Really nice light design. That's the same on the coupe as well. So I would say to the B pillar is the same like coupe, and then it's a different design. So you can see also these two power domes, and they are also on the A-Class A45, only A45. Here it's on every CLA, also on the 35, CLA35 AMG. One thing I want to show is obviously AMG specific grille, and this front bumper, it's called like an A shape. You can see it's like a letter A. Really cool design. These like vents in the bumper. The right one is not functional, and only the left one is functional because there is air intake to the engine. You can see here this is functional and the right one is not. And the middle is also functional, you can see it here. There is a mesh, and behind it is the intercooler, obviously here as well. So you can see the 360 cameras in this car, and the sensor obviously. AMG badge on the right side as always. One thing I want to mention, these fenders in front of the vehicle, in front wheels on the CLA coupe and CLA shooting brake, they are the same obviously, and they look like more rounded. On the A-Class hatchback, I just filmed it like 10 minutes ago, I can see different, the transition between the fender and like a bonnet is more like racing. Yeah, you can see like more one more line there. So here it's more like elegant. So that's one little difference. So I think both A-Class and CLA are gorgeous. Value, money, performance, A-Class is the best, I would say. CLA45S is more stylish, and the shooting brake is the most practical. So these are the alloy wheels in a matte black with like chrome lip around them. So this car comes with the Pirelli Pilot Sport 4S tires, Michelin, which are amazing tires, and the tire size is 255 35 19, 255 35 19 inch, so the same size in front and the rear. And when I filmed the A-Class, it has a 245, so half an inch wider tires on the CLA. So you can see how this tire sticks out. So they stick a lot out from the body. You can see here on the rear, and also the front ones. So they pushed the wheels as far as possible out towards the outside. So yeah, you have more stability, and you can see this car is really like, here is one part of the roof, and here it's side of the vehicle, and it's really wide, so it sits really nicely on the road, and the presence of this car is just fantastic. You can see these lines on the sunshine and these power domes. So I think that's it in terms of the design. I want to show you the engine bay now. So ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at the most powerful four-cylinder series production engine in the world, and yeah, it's here sitting nicely on the sun bathing. So this is M139 engine code. This is successor to the M133. and it is 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It's highly different to the predecessor. Actually, it's turning the engine is turned around its axis 180 degrees, so basically forward of the engine is backward and etc. So this allows the engine to move it as close to the rear of the engine bay as possible for better dynamics, and for the sloping bonnet roof design, or the sloping bonnet hood design of the front of the vehicle. We can see the large turbocharger, and the 45S version has a power output of 310 kilowatts, which is 421 horsepower, 500 newton meters of torque. The pound-feet of torque I will put on the screen, and 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4 seconds. That's 62 miles per hour, and top speed is 270 kilometers per hour, which is 168 miles per hour. You have heat shields around the turbo, and basically the exhaust is in the front, so it's forwarded from the front to the rear. This engine is handcrafted by this person. I cannot read the first name. This is Westhöfer, I think. Only the 4-cylinder, this one, and the V8 and the V12 are hand-built in a Folterbach. The other engines in 43 or 35 are not handcrafted, hand-built. So yeah, if you want handcrafted engine, either this or V8 or V12. Just wanted to mention that. For the torsion rigidity, you have here this bar with nice AMG logo, and the engine cover has like a carbon decor. So these 4 lines mean that this engine is 4-cylinder, inline 4-cylinder. You can see better now, the frame rate is correct. You can see better these LED daylights. They are gorgeous in my opinion. You have black mirrors because of the night package, and also window trim is black, but the door handles, they stay chrome. And yeah, I think it's a gorgeous design. Now I want to turn around the vehicle so you can see that from the rear. Also here is a signature Daimler, Gottlieb Daimler. Okay guys, so I turn it, the monster, around. We can see now the shooting brake from the rear, and I think this is the best looking shooting brake slash estate vehicle in a compact segment in the world. That's my personal opinion. So it's really gorgeous in my opinion, and you can easily buy that instead of the C-Class, because the size of this CLA is like a C-Class basically. So the sloping roof design with the estate nicely combined, and it's ideal for practicality, family, basically one car for everything. And that's why I think this car has this specific purpose, that you only need this vehicle and you don't need other cars, because everything is here. Family car and also the car for driving dynamics. So this opening is very, very sleek. You have 4 exhaust pipes which are rounded, and they are black because of the night package. They have nice AMG logos, and diffuser is also black. I think with the aerodynamic package you have also diffuser in the lower part, so it's like more aggressive. And we have also these parts here like black other plastic, and yeah, the spoiler here is looks like this lip, 2.5 inches, I would say, like 7-8 centimeters. So it's not small, it's like elegant, decent, and yeah, that's my conclusion for the spoiler. You have also these aerodynamic parts which come also on the AMG line, and they can help to airflow of the car. They can help the air flow through the rear of the car better, and you have less drag you have. And here you can see the tire pressure and also the maximum speed. This is for the winter tires. So you have here a pressure in kPa and psi, and this car requires 98 or 95 in emergency, so 98 or more octane, and the best would be 100 or more. You have also the panoramic roof, which ends like in the middle, and then you have the body color here. So really has a nice wide stance, this vehicle, and I really like it looking at it right now. So you can see how wide this car is, so it's really something else. So guys, talking about the practicality, we can check out now at the boot space, and you can open it here with the key fob, and it's electric. So this is larger than the predecessor, and it's more wide, this opening, 23.6 centimeters wider than the previous CLA shooting brake, and that's because the lights are cut out here, and part of the light is on the door. So that's the main reason for this opening being large. And this vehicle gains also 10 liters of the boot space from the predecessor, so now it has 505 liters. So I'm not sure this is manual. Yes, this is manual. Okay, so you can close this so nobody can see what you have in the boot, and if you want to open it, then just, it says here, press. So if you press, it will open. So it's like that, and you can see these are really large for the doors. So you can see a cockpit here. I will show you that in a second. So really great. I think you can put here a trolley for the baby and luggage. So for this reason, I think this is a useful car, and that's why I think this will sell here more, and that's why I think they ordered this one, and hopefully the CLA Coupe will come here as well later. So for the practical, it's a little bit more expensive, like 600 euros. That's nothing considering this price of this vehicle. So I think it's this is more smart to buy this variant over the coupe, but coupe is looks better. So a little bit you need to choose what you want: practicality with very nice design, or less practical with exceptional stylish design. So you have also the rear wiper here on the shooting brake. On the CLA you don't have, because it would be horrendous and ugly. So that's also a thing to mention. And in the rear we can see the CLA45S, the badge, and on the left side it's AMG. And you can open the boot also if you press here the badge, it will open as well. So yeah, that's that. We can close it, and underneath the badge there is actually the camera, a rear camera, so it's always clean, this camera, and that's fantastic. So with the CLA we gain frameless doors. That's the same also here in the shooting brake, and the rear doors looks like this without the frame. And these are also privacy glass in the rear. Windows have like a light green tint. That's the same at every Mercedes. You can see it here. It's like not green, but like a teal, I would say, teal color. And we can see here the AMG door trim. And these are the seats. So these are the base seats, but they are with the yellow stitching. And yeah, I wanted to show you also the B pillar with the open doors. So this is how it looks. So I really like this interior. I think it's gorgeous. And these seats are base seats. You can have bucket seats, which are optional extra. AMG performance seats. Those can be also with different materials, etc., different colors. So you can pick what you want. So these seats have Artico leather here on the bolsters, and inside is Dynamica. You can extend this manually for a taller person, for thigh support. And here you have also setting for the seat. I think this is for the lower back support. You can open the trunk also with this button here, and we can see a Burmester logo here because this car has a Burmester sound system. Fully electric seats, so you can move the seat with the button, and you have 3 memory seats, so you can have one, and if other person drive the car, then they can have their own profile. So we have heated seats here, and ventilated seats could be here for as an optional extra. And this aluminum trim, you need that if you want here the ambient lighting. Let's jump inside and let's check out this interior together. Let's start the ignition. Let's turn the ignition on. This vehicle has an amazing interior. So the interior is the same in A-Class hatchback 45S, in CLA45S Coupe, and in CLA45S shooting brake, which is here. It's the same interior, and apart from the frameless doors, obviously. So here you have the sticker how you should run in the engine. So basically it will tell you that you need to drive slower for the period of time, 1000 miles or 1500 kilometers, no kickdown, no full load operation. Vehicle maximum speed is 85 miles per hour or 140 kilometers per hour, and then after period you can increase load slowly. So guys, this is the AMG performance steering wheel. Let's put this into the race mode. So check and flag for the race mode. So only the S variant of the 45 engine variant has the race mode, and here this yellow stitching is a base option. Is not you don't need to pay extra for this. So you can choose if you want to have yellow or red. So yeah, I like both of them actually, and yellow is a little bit more contrasty than the red, a little bit more. And here we have AMG Napa leather. Here is Dynamica, which is Alcantara, and you have a marker on the 12 o'clock, and really nice steering wheel with these 2 areas. With this touch button you control the instrument cluster, and with this you control the middle display. And the pedals are these flappy pedals. They have really nice sound, really nice click. Hear it. So really different than the AMG line for sure, and it's more squared on the side and here on the bottom as well. With these hotkeys you can change a bunch of stuff. So if you press on the display, you can see there thing which you will change with the button here, with this black button. So if you put here the AMG ride control, you can put these on different style. So comfort, sport, sport plus, AMG real, performance sound is not functional exhaust. It's a pre-recorded sound from the exhaust, and it's coming through the speakers, and also there is a pipe from the engine bay to the interior, so you can have more engine sound in the interior. And that's again is not the Mercedes fault, and they try to do the best possible thing which is possible, and that's because of the norms of the EU, as I said. Here with this button you can turn on and or off this AMG real performance sound, and obviously there are maybe not now, but soon there will be a third-party exhaust. You can change that for more aggressive sound. A really groundbreaking interior here. So 10.25 inch screen, and this is also the 10.25 inch. And you can set the screen to really a lot of different stuff. So you can set this into the different styles. So you can have this on a Super Sport or a Sport, which is like a 2 instrument clusters. Classic, which is like a blue theme. Also this changes the middle display. So my favorite is actually like all of them now, but I think the Super Sport is best because it's AMG specific, but you can change it up so you are not bored like after 1-2 months or whatever. You can change it every day. And here also is understated, so this is like nothing. So that's also an option if you for some reason don't want anything to see anything. And here you can see the speed, and these bars would light up depending when you increase the speed of the vehicle. And also here are the RPMs, and RPMs you have also here in the middle. So you can change what is displayed here. You have temperature of the oil in the engine and in the transmission. Then you have kilowatts newton meters, which are you using at the moment. You have the settings for basically everything in the car, G-forces, and you can change also what is on the right side. So you can put here the navigation and consumption. So you can change it up a lot, as you can see, and that's good because you are not bored, and it's really great for the tech geeks. Then you can have a navigation here, or you can even put it on the full screen. If you prefer the setting, you can do that. So you can have also navigation here in the middle, but you can have it also here. And also you can and also telephone. These are basic things. Also assistance. Here you would see the car in front of you, and this car also has a Distronic. So this is to set how far from the vehicle in front of you want to be, and the car will keep the distance, so it's adaptive cruise control. You can also have the Distronic Plus, which will steer and change lanes automatically for you. So in the trip you can see things which are related to the trip, like consumption and from start, from reset, etc. Radio, this is these are basic stuff. And yeah, I show you that. In service you can see the error messages. Here is one, top up the coolant. So yeah, maybe they need to top it up, I'm not sure, but you can see it there, the error messages. Tires, you would see here the pressure and temperature of each tire separately. And Assist Plus, this is to show you when it's the service. And coolant, yeah, this temperature of the coolant. And engine oil level, you would see that if it's you need to top it up, or if it's fine like this, now it's okay. So we don't need to use the dipstick. And consumption, this is overall consumption. So that's in terms of this display. So you can control this display by touch, because this display is a touch screen. So that's that. Or you can use it here on the steering wheel with this swiping button. You have a haptic and sound response. You have also this middle touchpad, which you can use. So 3 ways and 4 is Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Close the sunshade. Hi Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Open the sunshade.
Okay, I'm opening the roller sun blinds.
So you can use that, you don't even need to touch the button of the panoramic roof here. And let's check out the ambient lighting. So here in comfort, I want to show you the ambient lighting. So this ambient lighting can be multicolor or single color, so you can have a 64 different colors, or you can have it on the multicolor option, which can give you these color themes. So during day the most visible is single color purple. So that's what I learned on my car. So this is the most visible, and we can check the brightness. So now it's on 70%. So if we put it on the 100%, then you can see it much better. So you can, in brightness, you can also change a brightness zone. So ambient, you can change emphasis and vents. Vents, this is that. Emphasis is this line here on the top, and also here. So this is good to dim this like on 50% during night, because then it's especially outside of the city where you don't have a street lighting, it's better to dim this. And ambient is like overall other things which will dim or which will be more visible. And also here in comfort you have seat comfort, which is seat kinetics. So now it's actually on, and I can turn it off if I want. And maybe you hear the electric seats, and this basically will move the lower part of the seat and the upper part, like up and down and etc. So you have like some kind of movement on the seat while you are driving, but it's not changing your sitting position dramatically. So you have like a feeling that you have a massage, but it's not massage. So it's something like some new thing, because I haven't seen this with other manufacturers. So that's good. And you can set here the backrest, seat surface, or only one part can move on. For example, if you don't like seat surface to move, only backrest could move. And you have duration here, how fast it should move or how short. So bunch of stuff which you can check and set here to your liking. So really this is advanced, the most advanced I would say in Compact Plus infotainment system. That's for sure in my opinion. And track pace, you can check like 8 telemetry. Again, this is the best telemetry in the cars, and yeah, you can track it and everything. You will see delta times and etc. So really this is something yeah, Mercedes is just the best. And yeah, we can turn on the ignition so you can see that, and you can have a drag race, track race, and a lot of stuff. Here you can see tracks. These are famous tracks, and you can also import other tracks. You can also, if you're like on a private track or etc., you can record, and by driving on the track you can record it as well. So TrackPace app, you can link it up. You can see everything in your mobile phone setting which you use after you start the vehicle. So here in drive we can see how much power is using each wheel and suspension, how it works during drive. And this background will change if you put this car into the sport or race mode. This will be, you can see it also here, checkered flag and these curbs on the racetrack. So you can see also these changes. And in the engine you can see the temperature. This is engine oil temperature and transmission oil temperature. And here is the engine torque and engine output. So this is for the AC. And here this is dual zone AC unit. If you want, you can put obviously the temperature, you can see it there separately for a front passenger, and for you can set the climate control how you want it. And one cool feature is when you press the rest after you turn off the engine, so the residual heat from the engine will blow hot air for like 30 minutes depending how warm is your engine. And so if you leave for like a 1 hour, I would say it's worth to press this button, and then the interior of the cabin will be more warm than if you don't press it. So this decor is also standard, is base option, and it's really nice with these AMG stripes. And yeah, this is like a rubber material, and this is Article leather. So these are the seats, standard seats. You can have bucket seats, as I said, and yeah, I like these seats, but for more support you want bucket seats for sure. So here you can change dynamic select. You can do that also here with this toggle, as I showed you before. And we have here a sleeper mode. So we have here the sleeper mode, which has like a snowflake. Then we have individual mode, comfort, sport, sport plus, and race mode is only for S model. So that's that. You have a Parktronic with the cameras, so you would see that when I start the vehicle. It's quite loud, and here if I press this, you can see this can search for parking spacing and park automatically. You have these cameras, 360 cameras, so everywhere where you look you can see high definition cameras. You can see everywhere, so that's fantastic. Here we have for car settings, favorites, and here is a shortcut to navigation, radio, telephone, volume. So really nice volume button. This is for the exhaust sound and suspension AMG ride control. So yeah, really nice here. You can extend this for your ties, as I showed you. This is the glove compartment with like a hidden, if you turn this you have a space which is hidden for the manual, or yeah, what you want you can put there. So really fantastic. This is really large with 2 USB-C ports, and it's large and deep. You can put a lot of stuff there, and it's this armrest is wide enough for 2 arms, so that's good as well. So here you can see sun visor with a mirror and with light. You have one, and you have second microphone here. This is for the lights, SOS button, so if you are in emergency you can press that, and then you will be forwarded to the call center and they will help you there, special Mercedes call center. So here if you press this down, the roof will close, obviously. If you open it, then it will open, and here you can open it on like a ventilation. So it's lightly tinted, this glass, and you can also open it fully if you press this towards the rear and the emergency here. So this is how much you can open, so you have quite wide opening here. So this is the rear. The headrest is integrated as well, and really nice yellow stitching. So let's hop back. So I have enough space here. I'm not cramped, and yeah, it's sufficient, I would say, for my size. I'm 186 centimeters, or between 6 feet and 1 and 2 inch. And you have here also the armrest with these like hidden cup holders. So really nice, and I think this is sufficient. I can put the feet under the seat. I have net here, so I think it's sufficient, and you can see the interior from the rear here, how it looks. Check out this, how it's shaped here. So this is shaped in a way that you have more space here. So I have enough space here for my head, and I'm, as I said, 6 feet between 1 and 2 inch, and I have like 1.5 inch like this. So I would say 6-7 centimeters. So yeah, even taller people than me can sit here comfortably, and they would not hit with their head. So I think this is amazing. From the outside it doesn't look like someone can actually fit here my size, but it's not a big deal, and it's better here than in the CLA Coupe, that's for sure, because there I was touching with my hair, not head, but with my hair I was touching the roof, the ceiling. So yeah, that's the difference between the CLA Coupe and CLA Shooting Brake. So if you want to carry adult passengers in the rear, then the CLA Shooting Brake is better for you. But if you're alone, then you can have a coupe. That's no big deal, and for kids even coupe is spacious, so it's up to you to decide.